this is the approval of our minutes. We have two meetings that I'll ask that you make a motion. I believe we're all here, and you can do these both together if you'd like. Make the motion and second to approve minutes from the regular business meeting on the 25th, February 25th, and then March 4th as well. And I'll open that up for you.
Motion approved, Chairman. Second.
I have a motion and a second. Any comments or discussion on those minutes as you've read through them? All right, not seeing any. Commissioner Allen?
Yes. Yes.
Yes.
Yes. Yes.
All right, business involving guests, none other than our business items. We'll move to the chairman's report. The only item I have here tonight is a proclamation, and I'm grateful to be able to present this proclamation for your consideration. It is a proclamation for National Library Week, April 7th to 13th, the second week in April. We have Ms. Jennifer Ivy here representing library. We sure appreciate the efforts, and I see the entourage. Thank y'all very much for all that you do. I want to read this. It's not terribly long, but I'd like to read it because we've gotten so comfortable these days with other sources that while I appreciate technology, it's lazy. It's just plain lazy. Still need to get out and look and find your own resources. So with that, I'd like to read this proclamation, and I'll ask that the board can consider recognizing this upon the conclusion of it. So, whereas today's library is not just about books, but what they do for and with people. Whereas libraries of all types are at the heart of cities, towns, schools, and campuses. Whereas librarians and library workers partner with other civic organizations to make sure their community's needs are being met. Great hotspot up there. Whereas through events such as Madison County Schools Family Night, the library partners with multiple community and county library provided arts instruction to tweens and teens through an acting workshop, adults through a printmaking class, concert for all ages, made possible by the Vibrant Communities Grant from the Georgia Council for the Arts. Whereas libraries promote engagement by keeping people informed and aware of community events and issues. Whereas branch manager Jennifer Ivy informs the community about library services and resources via articles in the Madison County Journal. Whereas libraries and librarians empower their communities to make informed decisions by providing free access to information. Whereas libraries are a resource for all members of the community, regardless of race, ethnicity, creed, ability, sexual orientation, gender identity, or socioeconomic status, by offering services and educational resources that transform lives and strengthen communities. Where the Madison County Library hosted Georgia Artists with Disabilities Traveling Art Exhibit, sponsored by the Pilot Club of Georgia. Whereas librarians, library workers, and supporters across America are celebrating National Library Week. Now therefore be it resolved that the Board of Commissioners in Madison County hereby proclaim National Library Week, April 7 through 13, 2019. We encourage all residents to visit the Madison County Library during that week and explore what's new at your library and engage with your librarian. So resolved by the Madison County Board of Commissioners on this 25th day of March 2019. And with that, I'll ask the board to make a motion to approve this proclamation.
So moved, Chairman. Second.
I have a motion and a second. We'll go straight to the vote. Commissioner Strickland?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. Yes. Yes.
That's outstanding.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah, we have these, I'd like, if you'd like to come forward, I'd like to present that, if that's all right. Y'all have to come up here.
I have one other staff member here with me and 2 trustees, but I don't think they want to come.
Yep.
Oh, yeah, come on, Miss.
Come on now. Y'all been in a lot of pictures. You dip up your nose. Come on.
Is that good, Jack?
I'm gonna get you to hold it. Can we fit in here?
Yeah.
Yeah.
See everybody?
Okay.
Give her a
Those are the things that do it. Those are the B-road.
Thank you very much.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you so much. I know she is, and I'll even yield the floor if you'd like to make I appreciate what you do in the county.
Well, I'll be giving my report next month.
Okay. You want to save it for then, or?
Well, I just want to thank everybody for supporting the library. We got the support of the community, our patrons and staff, our trustees, our friends, and y'all, and I mean, people that come into the library seem to enjoy and appreciate what we do, so
Can you
thank
tell us
you.
about tax form origami on April 5th?
You know, we have a lot of old tax forms, so at the end, we put them up there. That's for Money Smart Week. That bring us in, it's the de-stress.
That's
Well, just talking about it, we're de-stress.
yeah. Thank y'all so much, I appreciate that. All right. Folks, we have a section here for statements and remarks from citizens on any agenda item. We have LLC, and I'll open the floor here if anybody would like to make a comment. We'll certainly address them individually, but if anybody would like to say anything like that. Not seeing any. Okay. We have 2 items, they're old business items. The first, at the beginning of the month, there was a draft stormwater facilities maintenance agreement. I believe each of you are in receipt of a revised, corrected version of that. And at this point, I'll entertain a motion to amend the stormwater facilities maintenance agreement. And then if you have any questions, we can get into that in the discussion.
I move to accept the changes that were provided to us in the agreement. I second that.
Okay. I have a motion and a second to amend that agreement. Any discussion, any comments on that? Any need to go into that? All right. A motion and a second. The vote is to Commissioner Bettis.
Yes.
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 Yes. Yes.
All right. There we go. Thank you, Mr. Pruitt, for the edits.
Yes, sir. Yes, thank you.
Our next item is to consider approving a beer and wine license application for Dogsboro LLC. The motion would be, to be very clear, the motion is to consider the approval of that license. And at this point, we'll entertain a motion, and then we'll have our discussion.
I make motion to deny. Second.
I have a motion and a second to deny. Any discussion on this item? Do I need to
Mr. Chairman, I see the counsel for the applicant is here. I don't know if
Okay.
anyone wants to hear.
And I'll allow if the board approves or if they're in agreement, we can hear from the council for the application. Is that okay with everybody here? All right. Sir, if you'd like to come forward, we'll certainly hear from you.
Well, thank you, Mr. Chairman. My name's Daniel Woodrum. I'm an attorney from Athens, Georgia, and I represent Mr. John Allen Betts, who is the owner of Dogsboro LLC. And he has submitted this application for a beer and wine license on his own behalf, and he's willing to be an open book for the commission. I know there were some previous concerns about his relationship with Mr. Shafiq Muhammad, and he would love to address those in any way that the board of commissioners would see possible.
Do any of the commissioners have any questions for Mr. Woodrum, though? Would you pose anything, have anything that you would request of me? All right, well, we'll go into it. If they have any items for discussion, we'll let them consider that, and I appreciate your input, okay? All right. So I currently have a motion and a second to deny. Is there any discussion, any comments on this?
If not, Mr. Chairman, if I could just ask for clarification before they vote, was for at least the two who moved to deny in the second, would the reasons for that be the same as those expressed in the letter and in the supplemental letter last year, with denial last year? Okay.
All the commissioners are in receipt of the documentation from the previous application, so I sense that the feeling is that there is no need to discuss that any further. We'll move for a vote then. The motion was made to deny approving the beer and wine license application for Dogsboro LLC. The vote is to Commissioner Kirk.
Yes.
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 Okay. So, sir, we have a 5-0 vote to deny the application at this point. All right. There is no new business. It's going to be a short meeting, folks.
Oh, Teresa lost her identity.
Wow. Pretty impressed. Okay. I hate to hear loud noises in here. Okay. With that, we're on to our roads update.
I've discussed my round, Chairman.
Say again?
I've discussed my round.
Okay. Anybody have any issues that they're aware of that have not been passed to our road department?
I'd just like to say they've been pretty impressive with staying in front of things as best they can.
They're out cutting. We have an early spring, and they're out in force. They may be before you here before long with perhaps some additional equipment requests to counter that. I will let you know that the bids were open this past week. Ron, what date?
Last Thursday.
Last Thursday, okay. For the LMIG projects that were voted upon, and they will be discussed. They're going to be an item to be discussed on the 1st of April in our meeting. So he'll be here. He'll disclose not only the cost. There was an increase in material that did affect some things, but Alan will be here to present that. Any urgent matters? All right. I'll open the floor yet again. Statements and remarks from citizens. Anything anybody would like to offer, independent of an agenda item, you're welcome to present that at this point.
Just want to add, when I thank the community for the support of the library and the trustees and the friends, I also want to point out library staff and volunteers can't run without our staff and volunteers. I have 2 staff here tonight. Carly is our children's specialist, and Sharon is a substitute, and she volunteers. So, we have a good group of staff and volunteers, and I appreciate y'all. And if anybody else wants to volunteer, just come talk to me. I'll be out
Yeah.
there. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. Yeah, we do appreciate your effort too, folks, we really do. No executive session.
Yes, sir.
All right, we're gonna adjourn this meeting here in a second. I'd ask that when you adjourn, that you go down the door that you came in. New, was it Old Dog New Trick? Yeah, so I just wanna help our security folks out, make sure we exit through the proper door. I have a motion to adjourn.
So moved.
I have a motion. And a second, please. Commissioner Doster.
Yes.
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 All right, folks, we're adjourned.